Welcome to R&R, Relationships in Real Estate. I'm your host, Chris Silva, and this is my beautiful wife, Corey Silva.
Well, thank you so much for that. Thank you for joining us here on R&R, everyone. Chris and I are the owners of Silva Realty, Silva Lending, and Silva Property Management. We've been in the real estate and mortgage industry since the early 2000s. We're super duper excited to have you all here with us today. Special thank you if you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or Apple Music. We appreciate you. And if you're catching us on the live show, we are on our new home on YouTube. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Bow, 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 bow. We're here. We're here.
I love the sound
live.
effects.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. We're here on our new home. Yes. Very excited. So for the first few years of our show, few years. That's insane. I can't believe we've been doing it for a few years now. Feels like just yesterday. We've been going live on Facebook Live, but now it is time for us to check out some new horizons, right? We're over here on YouTube Live, and we're super excited that all of our followers are slowly trickling on over. Thank you for joining us here today. If you are watching, please leave us a comment because we love engaging with you. It's so much fun, and it makes our show that much more interesting. So, how do you feel about going live on YouTube today?
You know what? It is different. It's a little scary because we've never been on here before. We have a little following on Facebook.
Yes.
To try to bring everybody over to YouTube. It might happen. It might not. I don't know if anybody's going to join us today, but it's fun. You know, it's like you said, we're doing something a little different. It's time to grow, right?
Yes.
We put a lot of effort into this show. I mean, when we start having more guests here and they see this set, they're going to be impressed. I mean, we built out an amazing set here. It's probably one of the best in Santa Clarita for a podcast.
Yes.
And it's kind of like, you probably never seen this movie, but I'm going to mention it anyway. It's a Kevin Costner movie since he's been in the news lately.
Oh, okay.
Field of Dreams. Build it and they will come. So we built it. And
you
eventually,
and your movie quotes. We're all about movie quotes.
All about the movie quotes at the house. But super excited. I'm happy to be here. It's the first show of many more to come.
Yes, yes. So thank you all so much for all of your support. We hope if you're not watching it here today, that you're able to catch it on some of the other platforms that we are posting to. So welcome to the second week of May. Things are just chugging along this month. Never a dull moment, that's for sure. How is your Monday? How is your Wednesday morning going so far? Listen, this week, it feels like Monday morning every day. So
Manic Monday every day.
Yes.
It's been a crazy morning. So if anybody that's followed us or listened to the show before, they know Wednesdays are super busy.
Right.
We're part of a huge networking group called the Elite Group, right? And you know, usually I keep a lot of stuff off air, but I got to talk about this because there's a little cheese man. And I mentioned no names. But it was, you know, we're on our little Silva Realty Island, right? Mm-hmm. We don't know about the drama happening with other brokerages in town. Like, that's not our business. We got the blinders on. We're here to work, right?
Right. Let's keep it that way. I don't want you to turn into a little gossiper.
Well, it's no gossip. It's just that people were talking and, you know, times it's weird. There's not that much inventory out today.
Right.
Which means less transactions. Mm-hmm. There's still the same amount of real estate agents. So what does that mean?
That means people are getting hungry.
People are getting hungry,
yes.
Making less money, right?
Yes.
So people were calling each other out. I'm not going to say who, but just like I sent my buyer to somebody's open house, and they were talking about, hey, you know, if you just work with me and do the whole transaction, I'll charge you less and blah blah blah.
Ooh,
yeah,
watch
I didn't get no names because I didn't care to know no
out.
names. But the fact that stuff's going on, it just lets you know, like, when times get desperate, you see people's true colors.
Colors, that's
right?
for sure.
And we don't get down like that. I don't get down like that with strangers, let alone people in my own networking group.
Wow. Within the
networking group, girl.
Oh, no.
I'm sure like the people that run that group that are on the little, like the board or whatever, like the HOA board kind of, right? I'm sure they got some cleaning up to do. They got to clean some house.
Yikes.
Because, you know, there's one thing for accusations. You got to figure it out, see if it's true or not. Like, who knows if it's true? That's why I'm not mentioning no names. I'm not going to call nobody out.
You got to go to networking group court. Are they going to go to arbitration first?
Man, but I was so surprised because we're like pitching listings, right? Having a good time. Like, I don't know any better. People have breakfast burritos there and coffee. I'm all happy, right?
Chris is like, I got fed this morning. I'm feeling right.
I was hanging out by the Ramos group, my husband and wife team.
Yes.
Great peeps. The host of it, like, it's a couple of brothers that are listing that had the listing. It was like great energy on my side of the room. I was feeling good. And then just like, row, like this cat fight broke out. And I was like, wow.
Ooh.
I almost brought the phone out, but I can't do that.
Behind the scenes of real estate. What really goes down with these agents. Look, I appreciate this. I know you like to, update me on what's going on and just kind of give a behind the scenes look at what really happens in real estate because, sometimes people do a little bit of shady stuff, but let's just keep those blinders on. Ain't nobody got time for any of that drama.
I could have asked who did this, who said what.
No.
I didn't. Keep it moving.
Yes.
But, it just happened. It's fresh, so I'm talking about it.
A highlight of his morning. All right. So before we get into the show, we have a lot to talk about. So the Lakers, since last week's show, the Lakers were embarrassed in game 2, right? A little embarrassing. But then they embarrassed the Warriors in game 3.
Yeah, so it's funny because
and they won again.
If you follow like ESPN or Fox Sports West, right?
Right.
Any of the platforms, YouTube, you can find all the content you want nowadays. Right after the game. Everybody, after that embarrassing loss that we had in Golden State, everybody was picking Golden State in 6 games, 7 games. So the Lakers are up 3-1. We're going back to Golden State. Nobody thinks we're going to win this game in Golden State. Everybody thinks they're going to blow us out and we're coming back and possibly finish it up in LA. But, man, it's been exciting to watch the Lakers again.
Hey, go Lakers.
Look, it's been really hard to watch the Lakers for a long time. Right? We grew up, we were spoiled. Being a Laker fan, you're spoiled. Like, grew up with Magic Johnson, Kareem, Brian Scott, James Worthy, like the Showtime. Like, I grew up in that era, watching as a small kid, like Santino's age. And then we had Kobe and Shaq, and then we had Paul Gasol. Like, we just had dynasties.
Yes.
But then once Kobe retired, it got dark in Laker Town, right? Like,
the lights went out.
The lights went out. No more Showtime, no nothing. And then we finally started embracing these kids because we were terrible every year. So we're drafting these young kids. You finally embrace them. We get LeBron, and they trade away our whole team to get AD.
Yeah.
But we won a title doing it. And I think that we're going to win the title again this year.
I think so, too. I'm excited.
Good times.
So how do you all think it's going to end? Do the Lakers win the series in Sacramento? Are they going to take it a little bit further?
Well, they're not going to win in Sacramento because they're playing in Golden State.
Why does it?
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I like that you read it, though.
Thank you so much, producer, for making me sound like an idiot.
No, but you know what? Sacramento was favored to beat Golden State.
Okay.
Golden State beat them in 7. They were down 3-1.
Wow.
Came back and beat Sacramento. And now that they're down 3-1 with the Lakers, they're like, can you do it again? They can't do it again.
No.
That series is over with.
Ooh. Well, I'm excited. We're going to be watching it. My whole thing, though, at our house is the kids don't want to watch the game. I have to, bribe them. Can we please just watch some basketball? And Chris is over there with his laptop watching it, and then I got to sit there and watch, I don't know, American Idol with them or something. What's up with that?
Well, another thing that really chaps my hide. So we've cut the cord with cable for 12 years, right? But the streaming stuff is not working for me.
Chris does not know how to stream anything on our TV at
It's our
home.
LG TV is not stream friendly.
It's so funny because I could stream classes off of our app on the Peloton app to do yoga just fine. But how can you not get game on there?
It doesn't. It'll go on for 2 seconds and then it shoots off. Maybe we got to get our producer
Somebody
there.
needs some help. Chris needs some help. Anybody who knows how to work their smart TV, help us out.
It's too smart for me. It's way too smart for me. I just get so frustrated. I'm going to watch on my laptop.
So he watches the games on his laptop.
And then it works. I got my AirPods on. I don't bother you guys while you're watching American Idol.
But this is the thing. When we were growing up, everybody watched what was on the one TV in the house.
Right. That's what it needs to be.
And that's what it needs to be. They can't have any more options. They're going to be watching the games.
Okay, Miss Option Giver, because Mommy's the one that gives all the options in the house.
So we're going to have to cut that cord too. No, you guys are watching the game.
Okay.
This is a Lakers house.
All right. Well, let's start it tonight, girl.
Let's do it. They're not going to be happy with us. Tino's going to be sneaking his phone trying to play some Pokemon or something on the side.
For sure. They're like, I'm going to go do homework. This is boring.
Right. Let me go do some reading. So catching up with the Silvas, Orange Theory has been kicking my butt lately. I don't know what
it's
it is.
It's also been shaping your butt, though, too.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to like even stand up or sit down or get upstairs. Oh, my gosh. But I've officially completed 20 classes.
You go, girl.
That's 10 weeks. Yes.
You do 2 classes a week. That's great.
10 weeks.
That's consistency.
Yes. And so I just got to keep it up. I am loving it. I'm feeling results. But let me tell you, sometimes
I'm seeing the results.
These Mondays and
I'm
Friday
enjoying
mornings,
the results. Let me tell you.
Well, thank you. It's hard to get up in the morning. It is hard. I press that snooze button like 2 or 3 times on Monday. I was like, oh, Lord, I got to go, though. No is not the answer. I can't snooze.
You're so consistent. Our friend, Shanae, right? She would ask me sometimes, like, because I run into her at school at pickup, did Corey go today? She doesn't ask no more because she knows you went.
I'm going to be there.
She knows you're going to be there.
Every Monday and Friday, I'm going to be there at 5 a.m. Yep.
If I had a bet on you being there or the trainer showing up on time, I'm betting on you.
One time we had the trainer show up a half hour into the class because I don't know what happened to her, but we did it. All the people who were there were like, no, we showed up at 5 a.m. We are not going home. We will put our own workout in. And we did. And she showed up. She was really apologetic, but yeah. So for anyone, any moms out there who really want some time for themselves and just can't make the time, carve out some time for yourselves. I promise you, you will thank yourself for it. I've been doing it for 10 weeks now, going at 5 a.m. And guess what? This Monday, they're doing a mom day at Orange Theory. I just saw the ad for it. So anyone can go, that's a mom, and work out for free. Take a free class the day after Mother's Day.
Now, if I feel like a mother inside, can I go?
Are you going to identify as a mother?
If I identify as a mother?
I don't think so. Because I'm the mom in this family. You're the father. Stop trying to be all smart.
I'm just messing.
The moms, they need some time for themselves.
You were going to be there already, but they need to give you that extra class for free.
I think they are.
That they should.
Yeah, I need that extra class.
Yeah.
Shoot. Do 3 for the or not 3, 9 for the month instead of 8 for the month.
You go, girl. You can do it.
So check Matt, the jiu-jitsu place that we go to.
Check Matt Valencia.
Check Matt Valencia. They competed over the weekend, and our goddaughter Serena got gold. So congratulations, Serena, along with a bunch of our friends at Check Matt. Man, these people all came out winners, right? So many champs with their gold medals. So congrats to everyone at Check Matt. We love it there, their family, and we're so proud of everyone.
I got to give, so just going back to Serena's special shout out. One, she's our goddaughter, right?
Yes.
It's like my brother's first daughter,
yes.
right? I held her at our wedding.
Yes.
She was a baby, and now she could choke me easily. And, she competed, she just got promoted to purple belt. So moving up into that new layer of competition, that new level, she still got gold and no gi.
Yes,
right? That's
she's amazing.
She's amazing. I got to give another big shout out to Mark Chang. He just got promoted to purple belt. So again, new levels, new devils. That's what they call it, right? You go to that next level. So he didn't know what he was going to do there. Boom, he got gold too. His first time competing in purple.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so proud of all the teammates over there. I haven't competed. It's not really been on my radar to think about that because of what we do, and I'm old. But man, I just love seeing everybody compete and win and represent Checkmate Valencia because we love them over there.
Yes, they're amazing. So if anyone's looking for something for their children or for yourself, great place to check out. They always make you feel like family. And actually, they're holding a bully-free camp that we always take our kids to every year in the summer. So it's a week long. Be sure to check Matt Valencia. They're amazing. Professor Lecca and Professor Art over there will take great care of your kids, and your kids will learn some self-defense techniques.
Well, and look up that bully camp, right? Because that bully camp is there's 2 things that I fear as a parent, right? One, that our kids are going to get bullied at school. That's originally why I wanted them to be in a self-defense, like martial art, right? 2, I don't want our kids to be the bully.
Absolutely.
Right. And this bully camp teaches the kids about that. Right.
Yes.
So It's not like the traditional jujitsu classes. They teach jujitsu principles, but it's more like like it says, it's more fun.
Yeah,
So
it's like a camp. So the kids are loving it. They look forward to it every year. They're like, how many more days until bully free camp? So they're really excited about it.
Down.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And speaking of summer, the summer concert lineup is fire this year.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
We got to sit down and go over this schedule.
We need to come up with a summer concert budget.
There's just so many good ones. Like right off the bat, it's like Maxwell's back in town.
Yay, Maxwell.
You know,
he's going to be at the Hollywood Bowl.
He has the best concerts.
I love Maxwell.
Such a great performer. I think so underrated too, because he.
Let's keep him underrated so these people don't know about going to these shows.
Right. But anyhow, definitely want to see Maxwell.
Yes.
And then, man, Erykah Badu's going to be here.
Oh my gosh.
We've only seen her live once. Remember, like it was like a reggae fest type thing. She was there.
No, we also saw her at Red Cup Sundays. She was a DJ when we went to that rooftop bar. There used to be Red Cup Sundays before kids.
I was going to beat up that dude because he was all up in your face, remember?
This is where his mind goes, like how he wants to beat somebody up.
That's how I remember
My
Red Cup
highlight
Sunday.
is Erykah Badu was DJing there, and I was like, this close to Erykah Badu. That was so amazing. So I'm just going to keep that memory.
I just remember like wanting to kill this dude at Red Cup Sunday. But man, going back to Red Cup Sunday, how fun were those events?
Well, yeah, that's before we had kids. You would just go out on a Sunday afternoon
wait,
and you go to downtown LA. They would have like the red solo cups there, and then there would be just like host DJs. It was so good. It was
like
so fun.
200 to 300 people there, and Erykah Badu. Like, that is amazing.
I wonder if they still do it.
Nah, I doubt it.
Yeah, probably not.
We would hear about it from our friend, our brother Jamal, Choice One.
Yes.
He's in that circle. He knows about all that stuff.
They should bring it back.
Oh yeah.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, but you're not doing those red cups anymore, girl.
No. I'm gonna have water in my red cup.
Coffee Sundays.
Coffee Sundays.
Yeah.
So who else do you want to see in the concert lineup?
Well, you sent me something about the Roots. The Roots are coming.
Yes, the Roots.
That would be a good one. I saw Nas is going to be in town. Wu-Tang's going to be in town.
Yes, at the casino. But then I checked out the prices and I'm like, whoa.
So I also saw.
Do I need to take out a home equity line for this?
I also saw Marlon Wayans, right? Is doing a comedy show. And I've never seen his stand-up. He has a new one. I don't know if it's on Netflix or HBO. I think it's on HBO. I haven't seen it yet. But, you know, that whole family are comedic geniuses, right? The Wayans brothers. Started from Keenan. But I looked up his show and I was like, shit, we need to go. This one's $39.
Oh, we need to go. That's a discount. Let's go.
$39. I was like, I'm in.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it sounds like we're going to have a fun summer. We have to look into it. Is anybody else looking forward to summer concerts? Which ones are you going to go see? I know that they just announced at Central Park they're having the summer concerts in the park in Santa Clarita, which we've never gone to, but usually it's cover bands, and then they have like themes for each week that they do it. So I'm curious to see how that will turn out. And
they have a reggae one.
I know. I just might have to go to that one because I've never really liked any of the lineups before.
Okay.
It should be fun.
The kids will love it.
Yeah, they'll have a good time. So speaking of the kids, we had open house last week for the kids at their school, and I'm just so proud of our kids and the progress they're making, and thankful that they have amazing teachers. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. What I love about the open houses, every parent knows you have to figure out a new way to ask your kid about how the day went.
Right.
Because if you just ask your kid, how was your day?
Good.
Good. That's it. So, you know, I like to say, what was the best part of your day that was not dodgeball? Because Santino
will tell you dodgeball every
day. Right? And then they both tell me, and then I get to hear about their day, and then it builds. We build on it, right? But that's great and all. But when you go to the open houses, you actually get to see their work. And
everything is showcased, and they light up. They are so proud of themselves, and they want to show you all the work that they've been working on. Yes, we get like their homework brought home each day, and then we go over it with them. But these projects are special to them. They take pride in it. I love it.
Yeah, both of them. They were so excited to share everything, right?
Yes.
And then you get to see who like they're sitting next to, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know he was sitting. Santino's sitting next to Jonathan that he's known since he was like, they were like 2 years old.
I know, going to the same little sing, sign, and play class. Yeah.
How cool is that?
I know.
And now they're in the same second grade class.
But they don't even remember that.
Well, we do though.
Yes.
I remember their parents.
Right.
And now that little boy's starting to look just like his daddy now.
Yeah, it's so cool to see them grow up.
It's pretty cool.
So one of the cool projects that Santino had in his class was a recycling project, and it was a chandelier, right? And so he goes, that's my favorite thing is a chandelier that we made. I'm like, chandelier? Yeah, Mom, we've been working on it. Well, the teacher had them donate a bunch of used water bottles, like empty water bottles. And I'm like, what could she possibly make out of this? This chandelier is amazing. It's like the kids sat there and colored every single water bottle with Sharpie markers. And then she cut it in a way where these plastic bottles are just like forming this beautiful chandelier, and it's rainbow and it's beautiful. And I'm like, wow, this is from trash that was just going to be recycled, hopefully recycled. Some people still throw their water bottles away instead of recycling, which is mind-boggling to me. But I'm like, wow, this is trash, and look how beautiful it is. So I was just sitting there in amazement, and I could see why Santino loved it, and the teacher said I could have it, and I'm so excited.
Well, you asked for it.
I did ask for it.
You did ask for it. So.
I'm like, can I have this? I want to hang it in the kids' bedroom and put a light on top of it. And Chris was just looking at me like, you are crazy. You do not need that.
Yeah, like 50 people's trash is Corey's treasure. And it will now be highlighted in my home.
It's going to be beautiful.
So excited.
Oh, you think I'm crazy, huh?
I mean, I know you're crazy. We've been together long enough for me to figure that out.
No, wait until you see this, you guys. It's beautiful. I didn't post anything about the open house yet because I've been busy and I'm really bad at posting. But yes, I will share the picture of this beautiful chandelier that the kids put their hard work into.
Got to share the pictures of the kids and their teachers.
And their teachers. They're amazing teachers. So on Friday, I finally got the chance to go and visit a holistic veterinarian for our dog, Uma. And people might think I'm crazy. Okay, yeah, the recycling and then a holistic veterinarian. But I'm sorry, how many of you are fed up with your standard veterinarians? I want to know because I got fed up. I'm like, what is going on with my dog? And why can you not help me when that's your specialty?
You can't even get an appointment at the vet anymore, the vet that we go to.
It's walk-in only.
And you're there half the day.
You're sitting there waiting 3 hours.
It makes me feel like I'm on Medi-Cal back when I was a kid on Medi-Cal at the clinic, just hoping somebody's going to see me and fix me, like hoping that they're going to fix our dog.
Exactly. And that's how I feel. I feel like I'm going there and this dog keeps having ear infections. What is the problem with her? Like, I'm sitting here Googling, I'm looking things up. I know you're not supposed to do that. That's why you go to a trained professional to get to the root of the problem, because I can't keep giving my dog medicine that's not fixing her. Every month she has an ear infection. There's something else wrong with her. So finally, we go to this holistic doctor, which was really hard to get into. It took like a month just to get an appointment.
So I'm just wondering, did the doctor have like sandals on and like a big old beard and a peace sign necklace? Like, what's a holistic doctor look like?
That's how you're imagining him.
That's exactly how I imagine him. He rode his skateboard to work. Is that what happened?
No, so far from it. This man was actually very genuine and nice. He gave me his whole background story because you have to wait in your car. Then he comes out, introduces himself, and since it's my first time there, he gave me the whole rundown as to why he's still wearing a mask. The guy's had COVID twice. He almost died twice. Gave me his whole backstory about how he went and did. He ended up ditching the doctor that he had because the doctors weren't helping him, and he got some help with like holistic help to help him stay alive. And he's just very, very cautious about COVID still. So I get it. Everybody still had masks. I had to use the restroom, so they gave me a mask. But he gave me the whole rundown on how we're going to try to find out what's wrong with your dog. Like, usually it's a genetic thing. If she keeps having these ear infections, it's either that or because she's had so many, she has scar tissue in her ear now. And so these toxins that I never knew come out of a dog sometimes express through their ear. Okay, how come this other veterinarian never explained that to me? Like, do they even know that?
I was thinking, do they even know that?
Like, I just tell me these things. I want to understand why my dog might have an ear infection. Or it could just be something that, anatomically, that's how her ears are. So she's prone to them. Oh, labs, yeah, they're prone to ear infections. Wow, this vet never told me that.
No, but we knew that already.
Yeah, well, I know, but I'm saying,
we looked it up.
Because I looked it up. The vet never told me that. And I'm like, well, these are the things I'm wondering. Is it her diet? I've read online that maybe yeast can build up based on her diet. Yes, those are the things. Let's change her diet. So we're on a new diet with the dog, gave her some herbal medicine. This dog I feel like she has so much more pep in her step now. And it's been since Friday, 5 days of her changing her diet. No more treats. Sorry, Grandma, you can't give her any more treats.
No more scraps from the table.
No more scraps from the table.
She's sad because she's coming like, all right, I'm here for cleanup duty. And I'm like, sorry, girl.
Sorry, you don't get it. But she's doing a lot better. And I feel like she has a lot more energy because she's playing with the kids. And before she would never go fetch the ball. Now she's fetching the ball. I'm like, wow, I am so happy that I took her to this vet. And so we had some blood work done, which I just had done at the other vet. When they called me, they said it's clear, but no one's ever given me a report going over what this blood work even entails. They just say it's clear. So now this vet, they said, we're a little concerned because she has early signs of kidney disease.
The hell does that mean?
Exactly. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Oh, well, we could have the doctor call you. I'll ask the doctor and get back to you. Okay, I get it. You're busy, but I need to know, don't just tell me that my dog has early signs of kidney disease and then want to hang up. What does that mean?
So that's it? You still don't know?
No, they called back. They called this morning and she explained it. So basically,
So this is the first time I'm hearing about this. So I'd like to know what's going on with our dog.
So basically, it's not going to go away. It's not something you can cure, but it's something that you can curb so your dog's life will be prolonged. Okay. So if it's early signs, that's great that we caught it in the beginning because we're changing her diet and she could live a long, happy, healthy life. But if we just kept going on the route we were going with, then maybe her kidneys would end up failing. Is that crazy?
Yes, because our last two dogs lived to 13 and 15 years old.
Exactly. So we'll get more information when we go back for her follow-up. But I'm glad that I decided to just go with my gut and go somewhere else because this could have gone unnoticed. I'm over here worried about her ears and there's some other problem going on.
Maybe she's not drinking enough water.
Maybe.
She doesn't drink that much water.
She needs more water.
I fill up her dish and it's like there's always water left over that I got to dump because I don't want, stuff crawling in it in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Well, I just want to know though, vets, I mean, before you just okay, I trust what you're saying, but I just feel like you have to really be an advocate for your dog, almost like they're your family member, like your kid. Well, she is our family member. So
I mean, we spend money on her like she's a kid.
Yes, for sure.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. So I went all the way to Inglewood for this, and my cousin Gina, she lives over in Gardena, so I was able to spend some time with her and catch up. And she's very inspiring, I have to say, because when I was little, I'd always look up to her. She was the first person in our family to graduate college, so I always looked up to her.
Big deal.
Huge, right? And so I'm still looking up to her all these years later. And we were talking about investing. And it's cool because I see the investments that she's made in real estate, they're paying off for her. And she's in other states. So we're always interested in knowing what states are up and coming, where can we put our money and invest our portfolio. And so it was fun to catch up with her and hear what she's got going on. And yeah, she treated me to lunch. So thank you, Gina. I had a good time.
So speaking of lunch, Friday was Cinco de Mayo, is that right?
Yes. Seems like it was so long ago.
It's so funny because I was outside playing basketball with the kids, right? Mm-hmm. There's a hoop outside on our cul-de-sac. And one of the neighbors, Dave, just randomly, he's leaving the house. And just jokingly, I'm like, where are you going? You going to grab some tacos? He's like, actually, that's exactly where I'm going. I'm going to go pick up some tacos. I have a craving. And everybody was craving tacos that day, right? Is it
everyone you talk to. I told Chris, I said, I don't know what it is, but I really want tacos. And I never want tacos. But we got tacos.
Which is weird because everybody wants tacos. But yeah, so we curbed that craving, had some tacos. They were really good. They were El Pato, is that where we got it from?
And then the next day, hooked up some homemade tacos that were off the chain.
Back-to-back taco days. I mean, I could eat tacos every day of the week.
I mean, if you're making your own compared to buying it at a store, they're so different. You could do so many different options.
Right.
Especially because, when we throw down in the kitchen, we had mango salsa. You aren't getting that at a Mexican restaurant out here anyways.
You want to make some tacos tonight? Sounds good to me.
I think he's hungry. So, yeah, we had some major cravings for tacos.
Yeah, and just being out there with the kids, doing basketball. It's something new that Santino's really into. And it's not just shooting the ball. He wants to play horse.
Right.
So he wants to beat dad, right?
Of course. What kid doesn't?
Right. So in poor Nola, like we try to include her, but she can't hit the rim yet with the ball. Mm-hmm. She's not strong enough to throw it up there.
And she's shorter.
She's shorter. She's small. She's a little small fry. But, I have her dribbling, mm-hmm. and then I just have her shooting in the air just so she can kind of practice on her shot. And then she's running her little ziggy zaggly out there. She's walking Uma. Like, it's fun. And then once we get done with that, she's still into bubbles at 6. I love it. And so then I'm just blowing bubbles, and her and Tino are chasing them and giggling so loud.
It's the simple things in life, right? Blowing bubbles and shooting hoops.
Which both things are pretty much free.
Yes.
Right? Like, it's not our hoop. It's one of the neighbors' hoops. Bubbles are really inexpensive. Another thing that we do a lot is go to the park. Mm-hmm. And, like, these are things that you could do with your kids that they're going to remember for their whole life. They're going to remember this stuff. And it's free, you guys. All the kids want is your time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They love having that time, that one-on-one time.
For sure. Yep. It's something that you just can't ever get back. So you got to enjoy every moment while you have it. So this past weekend was a little bit frustrating for me, to say the least, and Santino. So it's just the joys of homeownership. And I think it's interesting because a lot of people forget about that. Like, yes, you're excited you have a home, but there's always something to do in your home. There's always some repair work that needs to be done, constant maintenance, stuff like that. And so one of our cabinet drawers broke in the kitchen. It's been on its last leg for a while. And so I'm like, I got to fix this. Like, I can't just leave it there. It needs to be done. And so I
love that you're like that, by the way, because I could care less.
I know you could care less.
I have not thought about it once yet. I'm like, oh, Corey's got this.
Like, that's where our silverware is. I want to go pull it out and get a spoon or a fork, and you can't. Like, if it was up to Chris, he would have just left it there and keep pulling it out each time, and it's all dragging. I was like, no, we are taking this out, and it's not going to be here. I'm going to set it on the counter and fix this. So you would think you could just go down to the local hardware store and find this part. No, it's not there. So let me go to Home Depot or Lowe's. No. Do you know we spent the whole day looking for this part to fix our drawer, and we couldn't find it?
I could not believe that, because I left the house, I think, at 9 o'clock, right? I had a 10 o'clock open house, I think.
Right.
I left the house at 9. I got home around 2:30, and I got home before you guys did.
I know. It was insane.
What?
So I feel like a lot of the places, I don't know if this is every store or if it's just hardware stores, nobody's working. And if they're working, they're too busy for you. So, yes, the first hardware store we went to, they're like, we'll send someone down to help you. And I'm waiting. The people who are there shopping know more than the people working there. I had this man trying to help me find it. He goes, oh, yeah, they don't have it here. You're going to have to try Home Depot, or you're going to have to go to Lowe's. I'm like, that's what I was thinking, but let me just try it. Finally, the worker comes by. I'm like, get this guy on payroll, because he knows exactly what he's saying. Like, thank you, but now we're off to the next store. And after we were done with Lowe's, Santino was like, can we just give up already? Like, let's just give up. I'm like, there is no such thing as giving up. This is a life lesson for you. This is our home. We need to take care of our home. And he goes, that's your home. I was like, no, it's our home, and we're going to fix it. I'm like, do you want things to just be broken down in your home? No, you have to show pride and ownership, and you need to fix things around the house. You don't just leave trash everywhere. You don't just leave broken cabinets hanging out, like whatever. No, this is what you need to do as a homeowner. And he said, okay, Mom. I'm like, we got one more stop. Let's go to Home Depot. Did we find it at Home Depot? No. It was not there.
How many hours were you gone?
Apparently, these things are like on back order or something. So they have it online. And I'm like, well, no wonder all these stores keep going out of business, because all the workers are like, oh, just go check online. Like, you don't want to help me? Help me find an alternative.
I'm so over that excuse at places.
Right.
It's on back order. That's everybody's excuse everywhere. And we're talking about basic stuff.
Right. So what I should have done from the get-go, but I was afraid, because I'm like, what if it's not going to line up? I want to still have that in person where I could line it up and make sure that that's the right part. I just went on Amazon and found it. I should have just done that from the get-go. It's going to arrive tomorrow. So 3 days, and it's going to come from Amazon. Yeah. And so, yeah, well, at least we were able to get some sprinkler heads. We're out, because I had to fix the sprinkler too.
Amazon's taking over the world.
Yeah, Amazon is. Well, can you see why? They can't even get a part at Home Depot, Lowe's, or hardware store.
Amazon is pretty amazing. You order some of the stuff nowadays, you order it in the morning, it's there by the evening because they have these distribution centers.
Everywhere.
Like there's 3 of them in Santa Clarita.
I know. It's insane.
Wow.
Joys of and pride of and the joys of home ownership and showing pride in your home. But I did get a run into our sister-in-law's father while we were there. Hung out with him, and he gave me some suggestions on how I could fix my problem.
Nice. Well, I appreciate you giving our kids some life lessons while I was out, doing the open house. I appreciate that.
Well, they could appreciate Amazon more and see, like, these are the things you have to do to take care of your house. Or you could just go to Amazon and just do a quick little order.
And the stuff that comes out of their mouth, they're going to be like, Mom, why don't you just, the next time you want to go to Home Depot, Tino's going to be like, Mom, you should just order it on Amazon. Right. You watch.
He will, for sure. Life lessons from them.
So recently, we've talked about this a little bit earlier. We've really been into American Idol.
Right.
And we actually got it right so far. Because when we watched from the beginning, right? So we were watching the auditions. And the first time we saw Iam Tongi up there, right, from Hawaii, and he's saying "Monsters in the Closet" or something like that. Right. And it was a tribute to his father that had just passed away 2 months prior to him auditioning. And he had Lionel Richie and what's the other guy's name?
Luke Bryan.
Luke Bryan crying up there,
and everybody watching.
And I was
crying.
a little teary eyed, right? I don't cry pretty easily, but I was a little like, oh wow,
yes,
it hit me just because, and it had nothing to do with me having a connection with the father. It was more seeing his pain, right?
Right.
Because the kid really could tell a story, but right off the bat, he won me over. He won the kids over right off the bat.
They love him. They're always cheering for him. It's so cute.
They yell out, I love him. Nola, right?
Nola does that, yes.
Love him.
And Santino is unamused. When American Idol comes on, he's like, just let me know when EM comes on. That's all I care about. Everybody else could go home. He said if he doesn't win and he gets sent home, then he's not watching anymore.
Well, yeah, he's this last break. So they cut it down to 5. They had 8, and they cut it down to 5. And he said, if EM doesn't make it, I'm never watching this show again. He was serious, too.
He means business.
So we got I think it's the most talented group I've ever seen. We haven't watched every season.
Right.
But we've been watching now for like 3 years in a row, right?
Has it been 3? Yeah, maybe.
Just these last 3. And then we were watching it prior to that, too.
Right.
And it's definitely the best group I've ever seen. What's that? Wayani's one? Is that her name?
Yes, she's really good.
She's amazing. It's so weird that she has that squeaky voice, but then she has that powerful singing voice.
Right.
Like complete polar opposites, right? Then I don't know the country girl's name, but she has a really strong faith in God. She sings a lot it's a lot of religious songs.
Right.
And she just blows it out the park. She is awesome too. And then who else do we got? Those are like the top 3 for sure.
I want either EM or Wayani to win.
I'm cool with, I think any one of those 3 I just mentioned deserve to win. They're all amazing.
Right.
It's just whoever's voting. I think the country girl might win because they got that country kid in there. Good, good kid. He's like 19 or something, but just like last year's winner, he's not the most talented. But
in your opinion.
Well, yeah, I'm obviously on an island because he got voted in.
Right.
He made it. But I think that's who's watching American Idol, people that love country music, because you have a lot of country stars come out of American Idol.
Right. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. EM needs a win.
Yeah, I think he will.
And then we need to see if we can get tickets. It's in 2 weeks.
Is it? Can we?
I don't know. I'm going to hit up.
Well, it's on ABC, so you got to hit up some of our friends who work there.
See, I mean, I'm not asking for free tickets.
I'll pay for them.
I just want to have tickets because the
kids
would be
love
so
that.
surprised.
That would be so much fun.
All right, we got to hit up our friends. You know who you are. I'm going to be texting and calling you guys.
Oh, my goodness. So Chris and I have been on this like 90s kick lately where we're just like reliving our, younger days when we were teenagers. And man, I just took it back for him this week. He was digging in the trash for my Invisalign.
Man, so I'm going to tell you the difference between me digging in the trash when we were first dating, right? In the 90s.
In the 90s.
So I was a teenager in the 90s.
Yes.
Back then, I jumped into a dumpster for you. Guys, in a dumpster, full-on dumpster, opened it up. What's the odds of me finding her retainer in a dumpster?
It was at the Carl's Jr. in Northridge. We were going to CSUN, and I had went there for my lunch break between classes. and accidentally threw away my retainer. And this sweet man went and dug in the dumpster and found my retainer.
And found it. How the hell did I find it in a dumpster full of trash?
I don't know.
Amazing.
You are amazing. Thank you.
And this woman bags on me that I lose everything, right? But I found the retainer in a dumpster full of trash, right?
That was a long time ago, though.
That was a long time ago.
Your memory was,
So here's the difference. Back then I was, agile enough to jump in a dumpster, dig through it. Didn't hurt my back. I was feeling good.
Right.
So poor thing, we're in bed the other night and she comes in. I could just tell she's upset. And then you kind of broke down and cried a little bit. And I could just tell you were having a rough go at it.
Yes.
And I'm
it was a long day. I was up since 4 a.m. I was like, I am tired. I can't find my Invisalign. I was just really upset.
Right. So then I didn't say a word. I'm just like, it's going to be okay, babe. That's what I said. And I didn't say where I was going. I just went downstairs. I went into the garage. I got some gloves. Thank God I had some gloves. I got some gloves. I got another trash bag.
At least it was just our trash and not a bunch of other people's trash in a dumpster. Yes.
But I got a new trash bag. And, now that I'm older and I got all these ailments.
Right.
I got the last bag of trash. Luckily, I threw out most of the trash, most of it, not all of it, but most of the time I threw out the trash. I had just thrown out that trash earlier in the day. So I grabbed that trash and I just, one little piece at a time, transferred it from one bag to the other. And of course, it was like way at the bottom.
It was the last one.
I found your Invisalign.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
That's
I was
love,
really
right?
upset. Yeah, that is love. Who else would go digging through a dumpster or their trash for their significant other's Invisalign or retainer? I almost made it to the end. It's almost retainer time for me, you all. It's been a year of Invisalign, which it should have been, what, like 4-6 months?
I knew that wasn't going to happen.
Right. It's been a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm about
not
done
4 to
with
6
these.
months. Like,
I'm about done with these.
I don't like these promises that these
like,
over promises.
Just be real. Just be real. Tell me the real deal. Don't tell me it's going to be shorter when it's really not.
You know that dentist, or is it an orthodontist or is it a dentist?
It's our dentist.
So that's the thing, is orthodontists used to specialize in they specialize in braces, right?
Right.
You would think they'd be the ones selling these Invisaligns, but no.
Well, that's the thing, because it's all they send it. All they do is scan, and then there's a company. The Invisalign company is the one who makes it, and then they make the adjustments.
Now, why don't they have a phone app, an Invisalign phone app, where you could scan it for free and then save like $2,000?
I mean, I think that's what that Smile thing is, that 1-800-SMILE or whatever it is. There's like a knockoff. It's not a knockoff, but it's more affordable than Invisalign.
I think it was
But you don't have the doctor there to look at your teeth. Like, honestly, half the time I'm going in there, the doctor doesn't even look at my teeth. It's their assistant who's scanning me and saying, okay, here's your new trays. So I don't know. I'd probably reevaluate your situation if you're deciding between Invisalign or that 1-800-SMILE is what it's called. 1-800-SMILE.
I'm okay going the other route. I saw what you went through. I'm not like wanting to jump into that fire.
I think I've been a little disappointed with my experience. I won't name no doctors, but
I mean, you might as well.
No, I can't. I won't do that.
If anybody is thinking about getting Invisalign, call Corey first to make sure you don't go to the same doctor. I mean,
I'll just share my experience.
Just share your experience.
Yeah, that's right. So, Chris had a mastermind meeting this past week with the Elite Networking Group, right? So they get a bunch of, actually it's like a small group of people.
This is a small group. So there was maybe 5 or 6 of us there.
Yes.
One of the top lenders in all of Santa Clarita was there.
Awesome.
Same thing, top escrow person, right? Mm-hmm. Just quick shout out to Steve Korn in Newhall Escrow. That business has been in their family for like over 50 years.
Wow.
That's insane.
Wow. That's amazing. I love that.
I love that. Great guy. Mm-hmm. He was there. And, we had some like top people in the industry there, right? And yeah, it was pretty cool. So part of this group, is you're supposed of having a mastermind. The whole point of it is for knives to sharpen knives.
Right.
Right? To help each other out. And we actually went over listing presentations and open houses. Mm-hmm. And I have no problem sharing my stuff.
Right.
I don't.
Why not? Yeah.
I'm not worried about somebody stealing our clients.
I feel like in our industry, there is a realtor for every client. Everybody's different. Sometimes you're going to click with someone and sometimes you aren't. And I feel like there's plenty of clients out there to go around for every single realtor.
So many.
Because, I don't feel like we're in the position where we're like, oh, I want to be like that agent, because you're your own agent. And that's what people are drawn to, is your own personality.
Exactly.
Right?
So I did give up one of a really cool thing that we do at our open houses. And I did it because I want more people doing it. I think it's a great little thing to do for people, right? So what we do is we have a treasure chest at every single open house, and the kids can come open up the treasure chest and take one item out of there.
Right.
And they love it. The kids love it.
Yes.
It buys the parents some time because the kid's busy playing with this new toy, and the parents can look at the house, and the kids got that toy for the other open houses they go to that day, right?
Yeah. So you just made their day a little bit better.
And what does it cost? Like, these toys cost like $1 to $3 each.
Right.
And if you can't afford to do that, you're in the wrong business.
Right.
Like, it's just some stuff that we like to do. I like to feed people. We have the toys there. We got, refreshments.
Yeah, because if you're out looking for a home and you've devoted a good portion of your day, you get tired and hungry and thirsty. I can't tell you how many times before I would have a whole little lunch set up in my car when I was taking buyers out. Like, are you hungry? I got you. I have water. Because people, they get tired and they need little snacks to get them through the process of trying to find a home.
Right. Anyhow, great meeting. It was nice just to share some stuff.
Right.
You had people that are old school that go through and actually do a presentation page by page, right? Then you have people that are more personable, that they don't even go into presentation. They leave their marketing materials there, and they're just, walking the house and learning about the people, the sellers, and what they need, right? So, like you said, there's a space for everybody.
Yes.
I'm never worried about somebody taking our clients. Like, I don't worry about that stuff. Either people are going to want to work with us or not want to work with us.
Right.
And we focus on the people that do.
Right.
It's pretty simple.
Absolutely. I love that. Well, thank you for sharing your mastermind meeting. And going more into real estate, you had a bunch of open houses this week. Well, 2. It seemed like a bunch, but there was a bunch of people who came to the open houses. It was a constant flow of people. And for those of you who have been listening or watching, Chris has been saying this, like, this is the time things start to heat up in the spring and summertime. And do you want to share about how much of this constant flow of clients did you have during your open house on the weekend?
Yeah. So we had, and I'm going to trickle off this mastermind, right? Because another thing is, we're open. Like, I'm completely honest and open with all the people that walk in our open house, as not only the potential buyers, but the agents as well.
Right.
I don't know how else to do business except with integrity.
Right.
Right. So, nothing to hide. I let people know, here's the highlights of the house.
Right.
Off the bat, we're priced at this price, which is $640. Said there's only 30 units in this complex. They don't sell very often because people love it here. Right. You might get 1 or 2 that sell a year. The last one just closed at $639.
Okay.
We're priced at $640, and we're probably going to sell higher than $640 because of the market. But I don't know if it's going to appraise over $640. So just remember that when you want to write an offer,
right?
Because you're going to have to bring in that extra money. Keeping it real,
right?
Right? Why sugarcoat it? Right. So
you're telling them exactly what they need to do. You want your offer accepted? Let's make it happen.
Right. And it's not for everybody, because
how many agents actually do that?
Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many agents. I had to call 10 agents at least. I'm just going off. I don't know exactly how many offers we had. I don't know, maybe 12. But I called every agent. Some of them I sent text messages to because they didn't call me to tell me they sent an offer. They texted me.
Okay, well, there you go.
That's I just how you get the response. Right?
Yeah.
So, but I let everybody know. I haven't even changed it to pending yet. I'm going to change it later today. But I let all the agents know first, so they had time to tell their clients that their offer wasn't accepted. Because what I hate is when we make an offer and you're blowing up that listing agent, they're not picking up your call. They're not responding to your text. They don't even confirm that they received your offer through the email, right? And then you see it go pending.
Oh, that's the worst.
And your client tells you, hey, I guess we didn't get our offer accepted because it went pending.
I know. That's the worst.
It makes us look bad, but it's not our fault.
Right.
You can't control the communication with the other side. If they're not communicating, they're not communicating.
Right.
And, those agents wash out eventually, but there's just so many. The barrier to become an agent, the barrier of entry is not difficult.
Right.
Which I wish they would make it harder. maybe not the test, but like a probation period, something, or just charge. It should be $10,000.
It ends up working itself out.
It should be like $10,000 a year to be an agent, to hold your license, just to wash out all the riffraff, because we have so many shady agents, unprofessional agents. Like we need a big purge. We need a reckoning. And it's coming. Yeah. It's coming. I'm starting to see it now.
It's natural. This is going to happen right now.
Yeah.
The limited inventory. So that was great that you had such a great turnout. You had over 40 people come through, right?
Over 40 people.
That is huge.
Double-digit offers.
Yes.
Oh, we're looking at, here's the video on it.
Here is the video for Strathern in Canoga Park.
And let me just say, I love these videos. Because look, we're not showing you every inch of the house. Who wants to see that? We're giving you a quick 30-second commercial on this property.
Right.
Who's that guy?
Come on in and check out our new listing here.
Ciao.
Look at this property, though.
I love all the natural light in there. It's so bright.
So many. So look, see those that recess lighting in the front? We got that put in prior to listing.
Oh, that makes it look so nice. I
love it. It does.
So
it's move-in ready. And it's funny when you have the people come in and they want to dog the property. And the people that dog the property, they're just trying to set you up for a lowball offer. But they still want the house, right?
They still want it.
They just want it for less than what we're asking.
Yes.
Remodeled the bathroom.
So nice.
Private balcony, private patio, only 30 units. There's a pool there. It's right down the street from the village over off Topanga. So that whole area is blowing up. It's completely getting gentrified there. They're tearing down old buildings and building new ones.
Wow.
So yeah, that whole neighborhood's changing. It's like you have Woodland Hills, you have Canoga Park, then you have West Hills. And West Hills is getting pushed out farther, and so is
Woodland
Hills, and it's like pushing out Canoga Park.
Right.
Where all those old rundown areas where there's graffiti on the buildings, like all that stuff, it's gone. It's getting cleaned up, and they're putting all new stuff there.
Yes. Well, that particular home, you did, like you mentioned, get multiple offers on it, and it sounds like the sellers chose the highest and best. So we're opening escrow.
Yeah, and what I try to explain to these agents too, because everybody always thinks there's something shady going on, like, oh, did you represent the buyer, blah, blah. I tell everybody, I did not represent the buyer.
Right.
I don't have a personal relationship with any of the agents that made an offer. None of them work at my office, right? Like, we went with the best offer. And then honestly, like, one of the better agents. I don't know if she's the best agent. She might be. I hope she is, because we're working together.
You're right.
But very professional. Her client came on a Saturday. I remember her clients, right? Came on. They loved it. They stayed a long time. They asked me a lot of questions. She showed up on a Sunday just so she could see it before she submitted the offer herself.
That's good. That's great.
That's what you're supposed to do. And she did it. And I appreciated that. And I let the sellers know that.
Any agent who's going to ask you, are you representing the buyer? I don't even want to work with you.
You're
already questioning my integrity.
Right. You're already done.
Bye. And I'm going to I'll save your name in my phone, and I'll just put a little note next to you too. So when you call on that next listing, guess what?
Oh yeah.
I won't forget you.
Well, that's what I love about these. I don't know if Android phones do this or not, or Samsungs, but I know the iPhone, it keeps your history of your text messages for years.
Oh yeah, as long as you don't delete it.
Right. So I'll like, sometimes I'll get a text from somebody and then I'll read like, oh, we had some old text chain from like 2016. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this agent. I'm not messing with you.
You know what song I'm thinking of right now? Don't even sing it.
Oh, okay. Stupid ass bitch. I ain't fucking with you.
Yeah,
that song.
That one.
Yes.
That one. Yep. He went there. So we have another new listing coming up in Sylmar. Actually, it's already up, right? It came live yesterday.
Yeah. So this is an interesting sale, right? Because it's our first partition sale. And let's just talk about it, because this is something we're going to disclose to a buyer.
Right.
Right. It's open book. We disclose everything. But it's our first partition sale where our sellers are basically, they have lawyers where they had to come to an agreement to sell their house. Okay. One person wanted to sell. Court ordered, right? One wanted to sell, one didn't. But now we're selling.
Okay.
Right? So I'm representing both sellers, but really one of the sellers hired me and one of the sellers hired somebody else.
Right.
So I'm working with a completely different agent that I know nothing about, right? But who cares? That's my job.
Let's work together.
Let's
you
work
do
together.
it on every
Let's
other
make
escrow.
It happen.
Yes.
I'm usually doing the other person's job on another escrow. Now I get to work with somebody that actually wants to do the work.
Yes.
It's great, actually. Yes. I have no problem with it. So anyhow, we're working this escrow together. We are hitting the market. So we're on hold, do not show status.
Okay.
Because there's no showings until the open house on Saturday, which I'm hosting. Which I got no problem doing the work. I said, hey, girl, you're out in Long Beach. I'll hold this open house for you.
Right.
You know, so because I'm going to sell it on Saturday.
That's right. That's right. It's a really desirable area.
Oh, man. So it's tri-level. It's a Williams home community. It's gated. If anybody knows Sylmar area off the 210, in between Maclay and Hubbard.
Right.
It's on the freeway side. Well, the community is on the freeway side. Our unit is not on the freeway side of the community. It's on the opposite side, so you don't hear the freeway.
Oh, nice.
And it's an end unit, which is great. But it's the biggest model they have. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 1,920 square feet.
Wow.
So tri-level, as soon as you enter, you have a garage and you have a bedroom with its own bathroom on the first floor. Like that's amazing, right? You walk up the steps, and then you have the kitchen that opens up into the living area.
Right.
Tall ceilings, huge open space, tons of natural light. It's what everybody wants. They want that modern feel.
Yes, that open feeling.
Yes. And there's a powder room on that floor as well. So there's 2 bathrooms. And then you walk up some more steps, and then you have 4 more bedrooms, 2 more bathrooms. And it's cool because you have two of the bedrooms have their own private bathroom.
Nice. I love that.
It's pretty cool. And then it has the washing machine, dryer are upstairs on the 3rd floor, so you don't have to walk up and down the stairs.
I love that.
That's a big one, right?
That's huge for me.
People don't realize how big that is. All right, and it's a 2017 build. No Melrose. If anybody knows what that is, it's like a special tax, and it's usually a lot of money.
Right.
We don't got that here, right? I think the HOA is like $300 ish.
Okay,
I gotta go back. It's
that's
on the
pretty
MLS.
standard.
I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but like $300. But it's gated. You have a community park, like a little community playground and a community pool.
Perfect.
What else do you want? And you're near everything.
And what is that one going to be listed at?
$640.
Okay.
Listed at $640. It's gonna go really fast.
For sure.
So we're gonna sell it on Saturday. I'm gonna just tell you the next show. I'm gonna be talking about how we sold it with double-digit offers.
I can't wait to hear how many people come through for that open house.
I pitched it today.
Oh, perfect.
And I already have interest from a couple of agents that we've already worked with in the past that I know are super professional. They're like, oh, I think I got the perfect buyer. Bring them.
Do we have a video for that one or not in this particular case because
we don't, because usually we have our guy that does video and then we have our photographer, but this time
since it's court ordered, you have a little bit of red tape, right?
It was on the other agent took this lead on this.
Okay.
They wanted to do it, and you gotta work together, right?
Yes.
And why would I argue about something silly like that? So I'm like, hey,
not.
Let's get this property sold.
Let's
if you feel more comfortable, you go right ahead. Let's make it happen. And I haven't seen the video. I think they did a video too, but the pictures came out amazing.
Cool. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, so super excited about that. We also had a meeting last night for a listing that we have coming up in North Hollywood.
Yes.
All right, so this is prime North Hollywood.
Yes.
Right, so anybody that knows NoHo, I mean, they're tearing down these old houses and building new ones. They're putting ADUs, JADUs, which are junior ADUs, right? And that's what this property is. It's really set up to have the house that you already have 3-bedroom, 1 bathroom, about 1,075 square feet. But then there's this huge patio area that can easily be converted already. It already has the foundation set.
Yeah, it's already permitted.
It's already permitted for an ADU. And then there's more space to put even a junior ADU in the back. I think it's probably going to sell for $750. I don't know what we're going to list it at yet.
Right.
But we'll list between $7 to $725-ish. And I think it's going to sell for like $750, $775. So I'm excited about that one. We have another listing in Fraser Park. It just got signed today.
Perfect.
So that one is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, about 1,650 square feet on a 13,000 square foot lot.
Wow.
Okay, this is the Pinion Estates. So if anybody is familiar with that, it's like the exclusive area of Fraser Park. It's like if you're going to be in Fraser Park,
that's where you want to be.
It's the upscale part of Fraser Park, right? So it's beautiful. And the views are amazing. Having a 13,000 square foot lot is amazing. Like, it's normal for you to be on a jog or on a walk and see deer walking up.
Oh, nice.
Love
that.
That's where you're moving to, right? Beautiful, beautiful property. That's going to be listed at $450.
Wow. That's not even that. That's amazing.
Now, with this new weather that we have, they have snow up there all the time.
Yes.
So when you could drive 45 minutes on the 5 freeway, you could buy this house as a vacation home,
Yes.
Take your kids up there. You want to camp. You want to do all that. You want to go sledding. You can do that 45
in your backyard,
minutes in your
right?
backyard.
Oh, that's
for
amazing.
$450, Airbnb that sucker. Right?
So you just talked me into it. Let's go take a look. Oh, I'm excited about that one. And we also have a rental listing coming up soon. It's in the works. It's getting remodeled at the moment, right? We're getting some paint in there and flooring. So if you know anybody who's looking for a rental, we have something coming up too.
So it's a cool property because it has like a little gated backyard area, like picket fence, not picket fence, chain link fence.
Okay.
But still your own little area. You can make a little garden back there, whatever you want to do, right? It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. It's a small little kitchen. I'd say it's more of a kitchen than a kitchenette.
Okay.
Right? Like in the middle, kind of.
Okay.
But it's in Sylmar off of Roxford. I think the rent is going to be roughly about $1,200.
Okay.
Maybe $1,300. That's dirt cheap.
Yes.
Where can you find a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom detached property for that price?
With your own little space to have a
With
yard
your
in
own
the
little
back.
space, your own little parking.
Yes.
Right? It's a community of 5 homes. So the other 4 are all rented. So you're going to be one of 5 in your private little community. I think it's going to go really fast. We're just trying to get the work done first, and then we got to screen the people to make sure we get the right tenant in there.
Yes, for sure. And then we have tons of buyers right now who are super excited about getting into a home, specifically Stevenson Ranch. We have some buyers out there. So if anybody has anything coming up, we'd love to get them in there. We're just finding that things are going quickly, right?
Things are going really quick, unless it's way overpriced.
Right.
Right. So I like that though, because you can't just be a crappy agent and list a property at whatever price you want and think it's going to sell.
There's quite a few of them I've had my eyes on.
I know. You remind me all
I'm
the time.
like, okay, this one's been sitting for a while. And he's like, don't be like some clients who think that you could just get it for this mass discount. I'm like, but it's been sitting there. They're probably motivated. Let's see if we could make something happen.
So I'm going to tell you what I tell our clients. We are not in the market for you to get a deal.
Right, I know.
We're in spring. We're right about to go into summer.
But what about the ones that just sit there for a long time?
I mean, you might get a little discount on them, but they're not going to be big deals on these properties.
Right.
If you want a deal, you got to wait till fall.
Right.
But here's the big but. You might not get that deal in fall because you might just get, a little bit off the top, right?
And then what about the rates in fall?
We don't know what the rates are going to be.
Yeah, so you might end up paying more for that house than what you would have paid for right now.
And there's going to be less inventory.
So the moral of the story is let's go take a look at that house.
If it's the right house. But see, I looked at it and I had to break it down to you. I'm like, baby, let's look at this neighborhood because Corey's like infatuated with Southern Oaks, right? And it's her favorite part of Stevenson Ranch.
Yes.
It's a lot of people's favorite part of Stevenson Ranch, right? I love Stevenson Ranch, period. So I could see us in any part of Stevenson Ranch. We're there now, but I could see us moving up to a bigger home, any part of it. For me, it needs to have the must-haves for me.
Right.
I have to have some sort of a view. Sorry, I've had it for 15 years and I'm not going to have it now? No. I have to have a view, number one. Has to have a pool or a big enough yard where we could put a pool in.
At the right price.
And if I have to put a pool in, it has to be at the right price. I'd rather have a home with a pool already because I don't want to deal with the headache of building a pool.
Right.
Sometimes that takes like 9 months. I've heard of people going through multiple pool contractors.
Have you heard about sometimes these contractors?
They just disappear.
They disappear, and then you can't get anyone to finish the job because the previous one did a horrible job.
Right, they can't ensure that work.
Has a bad reputation, didn't pull the proper permits. Oh my gosh, that sounds like such a nightmare. Now I know why you wouldn't want to have your own pool built.
Really, we need a view and we need a pool.
Right.
And ideally, we have a little bit of yard, right? And the inside, I'm not really concerned as much on the inside. Like, we need our room. Duh. Kids need a bedroom. Okay, 3-bedroom. And then an office, 4 bedrooms. You could do that with 2,500 square feet and be fine.
Right.
Right? So I'm more concerned about the backyard space. And I would love, and this is not a must-have, but this is like, I would love to have a 3-car garage. Mm-hmm. Just because I want to park my car in my garage. How hard is that? That's it.
That's it.
I just want to park it in the garage.
Oh, my goodness.
So anyhow, we'll see if that ever comes into fruition. I love that we're open to buying and we're open to waiting.
Yes.
So that
we're not dead set on buying at the moment.
That's the right mindset for us because we already have our house. It's like our house is fine.
Yeah.
It still meets all of our criteria except not having a pool.
Yes.
Visit the beach a little bit more this summer.
Yes. Oh, I can't wait for beach time. It's going to be so fun. So Chris has taken on reading recently, and he reads. He borrowed my Relentless book that I never finished reading, and it's been motivating him to read more books, which I think is awesome because we're always so big on pushing that with our kids. And you've taken the time to like step away a little bit from social media during your open house because there was no Wi-Fi there. So you were forced to read.
Right.
And I think it's really lighting a fire under you to read a little bit more.
Well, I mean, I think most people enjoy reading, I would say. Usually I'm reading on my phone, right?
Right.
I'm reading, like I like to read stories and headlines, and I'm always reading something on my phone.
Right.
Right. But this time I was like, all right, I've been seeing that book there. Out of the ones that you have from the book club,
that's the one calling your name.
It's the only one that I like I want to read. Like you have the other books, like what was it called? The subtle
art of not giving an
F, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I mastered that a long time ago. So like I don't need to read.
I mastered that when I came out the womb.
I don't need to read this book, right? I could care less what people think, right? So, but this one, Relentless. I mean, this is the trainer that trained Jordan. Mm-hmm. He trained Kobe. He trained Dwayne Wade and a lot of other greats, Charles Barkley, like Olajuwon, like people I grew up watching. Mm-hmm. It's not about like the physical; it's about the mindset, right? And he categorized, and I'm only on page 45, so like I'm just gonna, bring you up on what I've read so far. He breaks it down to like 3 types of people. He's like, there's the first one, I'm having a brain fart. It's like, it's like a cheerleader type. It's not a closer. It's a cooler. The cooler's like the first one to root for somebody in their office, right? Like, oh, you did a great job, blah, blah, right? But they're waiting to be told what to do. They'll execute it, but they're not going to come up with their own,
They're not self-starters.
They need to be told what to do. And that's okay. Some people, that's their mindset. Then you have the closers, right? That are exactly what it sounds like. Closers that are going to go get the job done, right? But then you have the people that are relentless are what's the last one here? I know you read it. You read a little bit, didn't you? I'll come back to that. But anyhow,
I didn't. I should have, but I didn't.
The last one, I'll remember what it is later. But basically, they're relentless. They're never happy. They're always trying to get better, go that extra mile. And it doesn't just have to be in work, right?
They're never content.
They're never content. But it doesn't just have to be like in your profession. You could be that as a parent, which I know you are. Mm-hmm. You could be like that in work as well. Like there's
in
different
fitness,
and
learning more, like self-evaluation, making yourself better.
Right. So anyhow, that's the goal is to get to that level. So I'm reading the book, trying to see what the characteristics are. I'm excited about it. We'll see how it works out.
Well, we have someone who's joined us, Sam's Adventures. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you showing your support. And they said reading is addicting. Yes, it is addicting.
So we push Sam's Adventures. Thank you for joining us, by the way. But we push our kids. They got to read 25 minutes a day, right? It's supposed to be 20 minutes, but I always put 25 on the timer. They don't know. And it was cool because last night I got home late, super late, like 8:30, right? And Santino still had to do his reading, which he's usually done way before then.
Right.
And he was like, "Daddy, can you come in there with me?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I'm like, let me get my book. So we're just sitting there reading next to each other, and then he'd stop every few minutes, like, "You don't have any pictures on your book, Dad?" Our son's 8 years old. And I was like, "No, baby." He goes, "Okay." I'm like, it's really good though. And then I had such a good time with him. I asked him if I could read with him every day. So I'm going to try to do it again today.
Yes. Oh, Brandon and Luke love reading, even wake up at 4:30 a.m. to read. That's awesome. So this is Soul. I was like, okay, who is it from Sam's Adventures? Yes, it's so great that they love reading. And I know that you push reading too, because at jiu-jitsu, they're always in the car reading their books.
I saw Brandon, and I don't go to jiu-jitsu often, right, when the kids are there. But I saw Brandon a couple weeks ago, and he had the Harry Potter books, and Man, I remember when I went through those, I don't know, 20 years ago, however long ago they were. They are addicting. And I'm so excited for them because those books were so good.
Because they could go on an adventure,
Yeah.
and they're learning so much. Yeah. I love that. So yay for reading. I need to get better at it. That's why I'm part of that book club, but that's one of those things I have to work harder towards. So, oh my goodness. Well, coming up this week, tomorrow I get a volunteer in Nola's class, which I'm excited about. Pretty soon, school's going to be over. They only have about a month left. So I am just soaking up these last 2 times that I get to go volunteer in her class. That is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. And the kids have twin day on Friday at school. So they get to pick a friend and dress up as a twin, which, of course, you know me, I already went and got the matching shirts for them and their little besties. They're excited about that. And their school is holding their first ever Pico prom. They're having a prom at the elementary school. I think it's so funny.
So, of course, they're going to take our money. That's the whole point of it. But
it's for a good cause.
That's what I was getting at.
Yes.
It's for a great cause. So I know Amanda Crawford's the president.
Yes.
I can't remember the other mom's name. Do you know?
Leilani. I forgot her last
name. Well, Leilani's
name.
good enough. Mm-hmm. And Leilani's like probably the vice president is my guess. These mothers are amazing.
And Liliana.
Mm-hmm. The mothers are amazing. I mean, you're an amazing mother. But I just got to say, like, every time we're at the school, we see them there.
Yes. In the morning at drop off, pick up. You go there just to do something. They're always there helping out.
They're always there.
Our PTA this year is really on fire. They really have gone the extra mile, and they do so much for the students and the teachers. Just really cool ladies who put their mind and their effort into it. I know they're busy raising kids, and I'm sure they have like jobs too, but wow, they put a lot of time and effort into it.
So they're that, meaning that they're relentless.
Yes.
And
they're putting on really cool events that are different.
We're so lucky to have them there.
Yes.
And I hope the parents really appreciate them. We try to go to all the events to support, right? They had like a Comic Con there.
Yeah.
How awesome is that?
It was PicoCon.
I know, but it was like a Comic Con.
Yeah.
It was PicoCon. Now we're having the prom.
And the prom, which this is what I love about this prom, because I'm like, well, do they have to dress up like an actual prom and like, go the whole 9 with a corsage and stuff like that? But you could make it fancy or you could go real chill.
So what are we doing?
I haven't even put a lot of thought into it because we've been so busy, and the Pico prom just kind of came up the last month, I think. I don't know. I think Nola wants to dress up. She's the one who's really pushing to go. So we'll probably put her in a fancy dress, and I'll probably get some flowers and make her a corsage because I know how to make corsages, being that I worked in the flower shop for so long. I'll probably make something special like that for her because, she's girly. She's going to love that. And Santino doesn't even want to go. So we told him he has to go because as a family, we're going and we're going to have fun. And I had to bribe him. I told him afterwards, if he goes, we're going to go get dessert from whatever place he wants. So we're going to have the after party.
That's
like
a
at
cheap
prom.
Bribe. That's a cheap
right?
bribe.
We're just going to go have dessert after.
Right.
So yeah, we're going to get him used to this whole prom thing. So when he gets to high school, he'll know what it's all about. I have to double check. I want to say it's 5 to 7 or 6 to 8. It's only 2 hours. It's dancing. They're going to have food there. It's going to be cool.
We're going to make sure they dance their little butts off. We'll have dessert early, and then we'll put them to bed early. Because you know what happens on prom night, girl?
Oh, gosh. Like, where is he going with this? You're crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. You are way too much. How embarrassing. Leave it to Chris. Leave it to Chris. Oh, my goodness. So this weekend is my brother's birthday. So shout out to Alan. Happy birthday. And special shout out to him, too, because, my brother, he owns his own business. He's an electrical contractor. So if you ever need any electrical work, definitely hit him up. But he runs his own business. He's super successful at it.
He has been for a long time.
For a long time. Like, we grew up in that trade. My dad's electrical contractor. And so, in the summers, we'd go on jobs with him and he'd show us like how to fix things. So my brother does really great work and he runs a successful business. But like with any business owner, you want to have time for your family. Anyone, you want to have time with your family, right? And so they're at a stage in their life where he wants to spend more time with his kids and have his weekends off. And so he's been applying for jobs and he got a job as over at Ventura County's
school district
as an electrician. And so congrats to him. He was super excited about it.
Super happy for him.
I mean, for him to run his own business ever since he's been working, that's a big step to make that change. So I'm really happy for him, and congrats to him. He was over the moon yesterday.
Not only him, but for his wife and the girls.
Yes.
Because they're going to have daddy at home on the weekends. Mm-hmm. He's such a great dad, too. Like, he's super involved with his kids.
Yes.
So I'm excited for him. Now he's going to be out there being the dance dad. And all these competitions on the weekends.
I cannot wait to see. I have to go to one of these competitions and record him, because I could totally see him doing the moves.
Yeah, because he gets it on the dance floor. He's
yes,
always getting
he does. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. That's funny. That's going to be fun.
So Mother's Day at Disneyland's coming up on Sunday. For all the dads out there, have you got your wife anything yet?
Your dads and moms, have you got anything?
What do you mean?
Because sometimes there's two moms.
Oh, my bad. Well, yeah, whatever.
Yes.
For all the people out there, have you got the mother something for Mother's Day?
Yes.
Right? But yeah, I'm talking specifically to the dads, because if you don't, you're about to be in some hot water. So you better come correct. You still got some time. It's Wednesday.
Yes.
Mother's Day's on Sunday, in case you didn't know. It's not too late to plan something.
No, it's not too late.
You could do something.
It could be something super simple, like take mom for a picnic at the park.
Right.
Get her favorite little sweets.
Rub her feet.
Rub her feet. Yep. Rub her feet. Get her a mani-pedi, but make sure that you check the reviews first, because mama don't want no cut toes.
Yeah, you might want to book a hotel for her on Sunday. Just make sure it's the right day, not the wrong day. 'Cause I've done that before.
Not once.
Yeah, more than... I've even done it on plane flights, guys. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God. He's not allowed to book anything.
I just, got too many things in my brain.
I got to double check our vacation coming up. Make sure you book the right days.
Ooh, I can't wait for that vacation. I'm so pumped up about it. But going back to Mother's Day, let's reel it back into Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. Make something happen. I'd love to hear, what you guys have planned.
Yes.
What is going on? What do you have planned? And mothers out there, are you like Corey? Did you make your own plans? Is that it's okay if you did,
Yes. Or are there moms out there who want a big surprise, or are you the type of mom you just want to chill all day, or do you like spending time with your kids on Mother's Day, or do you just want to be left alone? Because I've seen some moms, they're just I need a break.
Do you want a big surprise?
And the dads will send them off for a retreat, go have a spa day and stay the night somewhere, and I got you. You go do this. So It looks like Sol has plans. She said, we're having mariachi for Mother's Day. Oh, nice. They go all out. Yeah. You got to treat your mom right, and all your sisters that are moms, and yourself. That's awesome. And if Sol's throwing a party, I know it's going to be big, because she always goes all out, makes cakes. She makes really amazing looking cakes, and then does her own balloon arches and everything. So I can't wait to see. I know she's going to post about it too.
I wonder if she's going to do the flan too for the mariachis.
I don't know.
Possibly. Now, what do you want to do at Disneyland? Give me 3 things that we have to do while we're there for Mother's Day.
Oh, I just want to be there. Just being there, it will make me happy.
Okay.
Yes. I tried to get reservations at a restaurant there, but it's darn near impossible on Mother's Day.
Wasn't there a trick? You had the day we do on Saturday, at midnight, maybe there's cancellations that we can jump on?
I'm going to try to do that.
There's a trick,
Try to get a reservation. There are some reservations for certain restaurants I'm just not fond of going to. So I'll just check and see, maybe someone will last minute cancel something. But there is a trick. There's a hack. I guess they release the dates at a certain time 90 days in advance. So I already missed that.
Oh, okay.
But the night before, I'll try to get something. I definitely want a Dole Whip. That's number one.
Want a regular Dole Whip or a float?
No, when have I ever gotten a float?
I'm just asking.
No
Whatever floats your boat, girl.
No floats float my boat. I just want the ice cream. And then what else? I don't know. I just want to go with the flow and enjoy Disneyland and the magic it has to offer.
I'm going to put it out in the universe that we're going to get a seat at the Blue Bayou. It's just going to magically open up, and we're going to have 4 seats there. Because I've always wanted to eat there, haven't you?
Yes, and there was one time there was reservations. I'm like, should I do it? And it was gone right away.
Yeah, why'd you even ask the question? Yeah.
I know. I don't know what I was thinking, but that would be amazing. I mean, one day, if anybody has the hookup, I'm just putting it out there. I would like to go to that exclusive club that's there. That'd be amazing.
I don't know who has that hookup girl.
Well, you better find somebody.
Right. It's like it's like Club 33.
Yes.
We'll have to figure that out.
That would be amazing.
Now, next week, Ali Wong is coming up.
Yes, we're going to the Ali Wong show, y'all. I'm excited.
I'm a little worried.
Why?
Because that show starts at 10 o'clock. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be up.
You did take a nappy nap.
I'm about to take a nap that day. So we're shooting that North Hollywood listing, the pictures and the video that day.
Okay.
I think right after that, I'm going to come home, take a nap.
Take a snooze.
I got to be ready. Because if it starts at 10, what's going to end at 11:30 maybe? It's going to be a long night.
Midnight.
Maybe midnight. We're going to be in Thousand Oaks.
Yes.
Yeah. Man, she is hilarious.
She is so funny. I can't wait.
This is probably new material that we haven't heard yet.
I think so.
Yeah, I wonder if she's gonna mention her dude because she's dating the guy from SNL that does Stefan. You know you know who I'm talking about? He does.
I forgot his name.
And he's huge on that Barry. He had this huge show on HBO that's like 4 seasons long called Barry, where he's the serial killer.
Oh.
Yeah, but I guess it's really good. It's HBO. It's won a lot of awards.
Maybe we should check it out.
So I wonder, he'll probably be there too. Maybe he'll come out and say some funny stuff.
Well, I'm excited about seeing Ali Wong, not only because she's hilarious, but we also raffled off tickets at our client appreciation event. And 2 of our clients won. So we're very excited that they're going to be joining us. I reached out to them yesterday on text, and they haven't gotten back yet. So does that mean they don't want to go?
I don't know.
I think we need to call them, find out.
I will call them today because if not, that's going to open up some tickets.
Yes. And I think we might be having a surprise announcement coming up, right?
Well, tell me about it.
Okay, well, we have 2 more tickets that I think we're going to give away to one lucky mom and whoever she wants to bring along with her to the Ali Wong show. So I think we're going to announce, maybe we should put that out on social media and see who wants it.
Well, let's do some type of raffle. So
okay.
I mean, we would like for people to follow the show.
Yes.
Right? That's what it is. Follow the show, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
And
follow us on another platform.
Okay, yeah, any of the streaming channels.
And then tell us why you think mom should win this, or you as a mom should win this.
Yeah, and they obviously they have to like stand-up comedy and Ali Wong. Like, it's going to be a great time.
It's going to be so much
fun.
And
if you don't know who Ali Wong is, just look at any one of her stand-ups on Netflix.
And she's in a show that's amazing right now, Beef.
Yeah. You're going to die laughing. She's hilarious.
So funny. She's so funny.
She is hilarious. So, yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have to put out a video probably tomorrow about this, and we'll hype it. We'll hype it up.
Well, we got to do it like ASAP because
we got to
the
announce
show
these winners soon because people are going to have to get babysitters.
Yes, the show is next Friday. So we got to get on it ASAP.
All right, so when are we going to put the contest up? And we should announce it on Mother's Day.
Yes.
That's giving people 5 days to find a sitter. That's plenty, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, and if they can't get a sitter, then we'll just move on to the next mother. Right?
Yep. Oh, my goodness, because I'm a mother lover.
Oh, my gosh. We got to post that on Mother's Day.
That is so funny. That is hilarious. Okay. So, everyone, thank you so much for joining us here. That is going to be our show today. Thank you for hanging out with us on R&R Relationships and Real Estate. Be sure to catch us here weekly on YouTube Live and listen anytime you want. You can download full episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Music. We're your host, Corey and Chris Silva, and we will catch you here next week. Bye.
Bye.
Happy Mother's Day.